The whispers started circulating online, a low hum of anticipation in the true crime community. Then the official documents were released, and the whispers turned to shouts. Search warrants, finally made public, revealing fresh developments in a case that had haunted a small North Carolina town for over 2 decades. We're talking about Asha Degree. This wasn't just a cold case. It was a wound that refused to heal, a question mark etched onto the heart of a community. Now, it seems that question mark might be starting to fade. But the road to answers is often long, winding, and paved with heartache. Before we delve into the latest developments, let's rewind to the beginning, to a time when hope hadn't yet been swallowed by the darkness. Asha Degree was a vibrant, bright-eyed 9-year-old girl. She was the kind of kid who loved life, loved her family. She lived in a rural, close-knit community in Shelby, North Carolina, with her parents, Harold and Aquila Degree, and her older brother, O'Brien. The Degree family was a typical family. They went to church together, they celebrated holidays together, and they loved each other deeply. Asha was a good student, well-liked by her teachers and friends at Falston Elementary School. She was a girl with a future, a girl with dreams. All of that vanished in a single tragic night. Shelby, nestled in the rolling foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, was the kind of place where everyone knew everyone. The air often carried the scent of pine and damp earth, and the nights were profoundly dark, punctuated only by the distant glow of porch lights and the symphony of crickets. It was a stark contrast to the bustling cities, a tranquil haven that, for the Degree family, was shattered by an unthinkable event. It was the night of February 12, 2000. Asha had been at home, tucked into her bed, the familiar sounds of her family settling down for the night a comforting lullaby. Her parents, Harold and Aquila, had no idea their world was about to shatter. Asha had reportedly woken up sometime after midnight, dressed herself in a pair of jeans, a pink shirt, and a denim jacket, and slipped out of the house. The details of her departure remain shrouded in mystery, a perplexing anomaly in an otherwise stable and loving home. What could have prompted a young girl to leave her warm bed in the middle of the night, in the quiet, rural expanse of Shelby? The surrounding countryside, characterized by rolling hills, dense woodlands, and winding country roads, offered plenty of places for a child to become lost, or worse. The silence of the night, usually a source of peace, would soon become a terrifying void filled with unspoken fears. What had happened? Where had Asha gone? The questions swirled in the air, thick and heavy with fear. The family immediately called the authorities, and a massive search was launched. Law enforcement, along with volunteers from the community, fanned out across the area. They scoured the woods, fields, and roadways, their flashlights cutting through the inky darkness of the Appalachian foothills. They posted flyers, plastered her picture on every available surface, on telephone poles, in local businesses, and at community gatherings. The search became an all-consuming effort, a desperate race against time, fueled by the primal instinct of parents wanting to protect their child. The initial days were a blur of frantic activity, the community united in a shared agony. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and still there was no sign of Asha. The mystery deepened with each passing day, the hope fading with each sunrise. 2 days after her disappearance, a pair of black, white, and red Nike sneakers, believed to be Asha's, were found by a highway worker near the side of the road, roughly 30 miles north of her home. But there was no definitive proof, no concrete leads, no witnesses coming forward. Investigators continued their search, but the case had gone cold, settling into the grim category of unsolved disappearances. The local community, once a place of quiet familiarity, became tinged with a persistent unease, a palpable sense of vulnerability. The once familiar winding roads now seemed to hold a sinister potential, every shadow a source of dread. The case of Asha Degree is not unique in the annals of unsolved crimes involving young girls. We see it, unfortunately, repeatedly. The case of Liberty German and Abigail Williams, murdered on a hiking trail in Delphi, Indiana, is another such heartbreaking example. In February 2017, Abigail Williams, 13, and her best friend, Liberty German, 14, decided to spend a warm day off from school at the local hiking trails near Deer Creek. They documented their day with photos and videos, sharing them on social media, capturing their final moments of carefree youth. During their hike, the pair encountered an unidentified individual. Their bodies were found the next day, a discovery that sent shockwaves through the already small community of Delphi. The Delphi murders, like Asha's disappearance, remain unsolved, a testament to the persistent challenges of these cases. While the specific details of these cases are unique, the underlying themes are tragically familiar. The vulnerability of young girls, the suddenness of the violence, the profound sense of betrayal by the unknown, the devastating impact on families and communities who are left to grapple with unimaginable grief and unanswered questions. The image of Asha's bright smile, or the carefree laughter of Liberty and Abby, stands in stark contrast to the grim reality of their fates. The emotional toll on the families is immeasurable, a constant ache, a void that can never be filled. The human drama of the Asha degree case is impossible to ignore. The anguish of her parents, Harold and Aquila, has been palpable over the years. They have never given up hope, clinging to the belief that one day they will find out what happened to their daughter. Harold, a consistent presence in the community, and Aquila, a resilient force, have become tireless advocates, using their platform to keep Asha's memory alive and to push for justice. Their resolve a beacon for other families facing similar tragedies. The toll this has taken on them is unimaginable, yet their resilience is a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the enduring power of parental love. Their every public plea, every anniversary of Asha's disappearance, was a fresh wave of heartbreak, not just for them, but for all who had followed their daughter's story. For the community in Shelby, Asha's disappearance cast a shadow of fear and uncertainty. It shattered their sense of security and served as a painful reminder of the fragility of life and the unexpected dangers that can lurk even in the most familiar of settings. The community rallied around the Degree family, offering support, prayers, and practical assistance during the initial frantic search. But the unsolved nature of the case has left a lingering sense of unease, a haunting question mark that hangs over their town, transforming quiet nights into moments of anxious contemplation. The legal implications, of course, are enormous. If a suspect is identified and evidence is found to support charges, a criminal trial will follow. The legal process is complex, requiring meticulous evidence gathering, witness testimony, and a competent legal team to navigate the intricacies of the justice system. The pursuit of justice is a painstaking process, but one that the Degree family and the Shelby community deserve. The hope is that these new warrants will lead to concrete evidence that can finally bring accountability. The passage of time, while making evidence gathering more difficult, does not diminish the need for closure. The Delphi murders are a similar tragedy, a haunting echo of loss and unanswered questions. The girls' families, their friends, their community, all are left with a wound that may never fully heal. The case, a stark reminder of the dangers that lurk in the shadows, the importance of vigilance, and the profound need to cherish the lives of those we love every single day. The shared experience of enduring such profound loss can forge a unique bond between affected families, offering silent understanding and unwavering support. As we wait for more answers, we can only imagine the profound impact a resolution would have on the lives of everyone involved. The chance to finally grieve properly, to hold perpetrators accountable, to begin the long process of healing the deep wounds left behind. No amount of legal maneuvering can erase the past, but justice can, at least, offer families a measure of peace, even if it is a small one. The hope for the Degree family is not just for a conviction, but for the truth, to finally understand the events of that fateful night. In the case of Asha Degree, as in so many other true crime stories, the true tragedy lies not just in the act itself, but in the devastating ripple effect it creates. The unanswered questions, the unfulfilled potential of a young life cut short, the lives forever altered by absence and uncertainty. These are the shadows that linger long after the headlines have faded, a somber reminder that we must never give up the fight for justice and the pursuit of truth. The hope now is that these recent developments will finally bring light to the darkness, offering a glimmer of solace to a community that has endured so much for so long.